Hi, I'm interghost, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of the best games ever made, Resident Evil on the GameCube. This is the remake of the original. The original came out on the PlayStation 1. I still like the original on PlayStation 1 just because it's got the craptastic acting in it, but when they re-released it on the GameCube, they did do up all the graphics, and it is a brilliant game. Other GameCube titles, Resident Evil 2 followed, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Code Veronica, or Code Veronica X on the GameCube, and also Resident Evil 0. I also own Resident Evil 4, got that on the Wii, haven't got it on the GameCube yet, but I will get that soon. And obviously the newest one, Resident Evil 5, which is on the Xbox 360. I would say the best one out of all of them is Resident Evil 4, but that is closely followed by the one I'm going to review today.
So other games in the series were Survivor, which was released in 2000 on the PlayStation. This is followed by Survivor 2 on the PlayStation 2, Code Veronica. And also Resident Evil Dead Aim, which was also on PlayStation 2. We also had Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii, which I didn't find very good. But they're doing a follow-up to this at the end of this year called Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicles. Also on PlayStation 2 they had Resident Evil Outbreak, which was released in 2003, followed by Outbreak File 2, which was released in 2004. And the rarest of the Resident Evil games was the Game Boy Color game, which was released in 2001, Resident Evil Gaiden.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself.
What was that?
I'll go and check it out. Chris Redfield, Alpha Team. We're here to rescue you. Chris, this place... Get your team out of here.
No, that wasn't part of our deal.
Barry, you sounded a little flaky.
I think age is starting to take its toll. I think I'll go outside and get some fresh air for a change.
Stay away from the woods outside the mansion.
So, Resident Evil is set in a place called Raccoon City in the year 1998. There have been strange murders going on, so they send in a team called the STARS team, who are the Special Tactics and Rescue Service. After Bravo team goes missing, they send in the Alpha team, which 2 of the characters you can play. You can play as Jill Valentine, which is the one on the screen now, or you can play as Chris Redfield. Each one has better abilities, like Chris Redfield will have better firepower and he's tougher, and Jill can carry more, and she also has a lockpick, so she can get through some doors which Chris can only get through with keys, for example. Other people in the game mentioned are Barry Burton, who is another member of the Alpha team, and he's the weapon expert. There's also Rebecca Chambers, who is one of the only survivors of the Bravo team, and she's a medical expert, and she appears in other Resident Evil games such as Resident Evil 4, and personally she's one of my favourite characters in the series. Another character is Albert Wesker, who is the leader of the Alpha team, and you go on to find out that he is the mastermind behind all these happenings in Resident Evil. He goes right up to Resident Evil 5, and he's the last baddie in that. So he works for a company called Umbrella, who are the corporation behind the zombies which have attacked Raccoon City. They've created a virus called the T-virus, which they use to create a monster called the Tyrant, who you have to fight at the end by shooting with a missile, destroying him and finishing the game. So this is a remake of the PlayStation 1 version of the game. The differences between this one and the PlayStation 1 is in this remake you can do a 180-degree turn, you can make the characters run. They've obviously replaced the live action video clips with CG clips, and also they've made it so the characters have got injured animations now, so when your character is injured they will limp around until you take a green herb to give your health a boost. They've also introduced new rooms into the game and given your characters defensive weapons such as a dagger or a stun gun, so if a zombie attacks your character you can knock them back by using the defensive weapon and then finish them off with your gun. So there's also extra unlockables in this game, and they've also made special endings for this version of the game on the GameCube. The game sold over 1.35 million copies on the GameCube, so it's one of the best selling games which was released back in the day. The actual Resident Evil franchise has currently sold over 40 million copies of the games right up to Resident Evil 5, so it's one of the best selling franchises on any system. In Japan this game is known as Biohazard, and it's obviously developed by a company called Capcom, who are the masterminds behind a lot of large franchise games in Japan. And if I just show you a couple more clips now, and then if you watch after the ending, and there's a little clip of the guy who created the game. Hope you enjoyed this little review. Here's the Tyrant being killed with the rocket launcher. If you like this video, please remember to rate, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
For me, because it was basically a band of creators, of unknown creators, sticking together, believing in an idea, putting together a game, but not knowing if people would like it, not knowing if it would sell, very worried, not having any confidence in the product, but just hoping, having a dream, so to speak. And for me, it was my first year in the gaming industry, and I was actually working on that project. So for me, it was a very special time because it all was so new, and there was the risk, and there was the will it pay off or will it not, and just worked very, very hard. But in the end, you know what happened.